Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So today we are gonna see how to make a tier 4 application. So we are gonna see what are the documents required for that, what are the financial documents you have to submit, and the visa checklist. So let's get into the video. So guys, this is the visa checklist document that I have prepared. So in this, you can find what all the documents that you will require for making a visa application, and also what all the documents that you have to submit while going to the visa appointment in the VFS center. So first thing is the CAS letter from the university. So everyone should receive their CAS letter by mid-July. So that's what the news so far from the universities. But we don't know. Maybe due to the situation, there will be some changes. But the CAS letter is the main thing that you have to have with you for the visa application. So the CAS letter will look something like this. So it will state your status, and then your CAS date of assignment, and then the expiry date. So when you receive your CAS letter, just go through the CAS letter, read each by each line, and also check the spelling of your name, your nationality, your date of birth, everything, your passport number, whether everything is correct. Otherwise, if even a small mistake is there, your visa will get rejected. So keep that in mind, and also see your course level, the course start date and course end date. And some people will have a requirement to do the ATAS clearance. So check that whether you have that requirement. If you have that requirement, then just mail your university or go to the GOV website. They have the procedure to make the ATAS clearance. So next is the evidence section. So here they would have mentioned what evidence that you submitted to receive this offer. So it's the English language thing, and basically your degree certificate. So what things which is mentioned here, you should have that in your hand for the visa application. Um, Next, in the fees section, you can see your course fees, and the course fees paid to date. If you have paid some deposit or any advance fees, then it will be displayed here. In the financial funds that you are showing, you should show only the fees after deducting the course fees paid. So let's say you are paying £2,000 in advance, then in the financial funds you should show only £19,000 after subtracting it from your course fees. So just check whether your course fees displayed in the section is correct when you receive the CAS letter. Because sometimes when you are paying some fees before, like 2 days before the issue of CAS letter, that detail won't be updated sometimes. So just check this section before applying for the visa. So this is the CAS letter. So I will now go to the checklist. So here, yeah, so this is the, if you have done IELTS exam, you can show that as your English language test, or whatever thing is mentioned here as the evidence. You should submit that for your evidence, whether it's your 12th mark sheet or it's an IELTS score, and your degree certificate should be submitted. Then is the TB test. So the TB test centers uh, in India, or actually it's in many places, but you can actually go to this link and so you can actually go to this government website link, and you can check where is the TB test center near to your house. So it has listed like every test centers. So the main thing is like you have to call them 2 days or one day before uh, the appointment. You should call and book an appointment to them for the TB test for UK visa. You should mention it's for UK visa, and then on the day you should take two photocopies of your passport original, and then four white background passport size photos. So two photocopies and four white background passport size photos. It's a normal passport size photo up to your shoulders. So these are the things that you should have on your TB test date. It will take around 2 hours, and usually they give the result in the same day evening. So it's just a 1 day process. So you can take that anytime, even like 2 days before your visa application. But when you're making your visa application, you should have the TB test result in your hand. So once you finish the TB test, they will give a report like this. So this report should be updated in the visa application. So next is the ID proof. You can provide any ID proof like Aadhaar card or your driving license or your ration card or anything. Next, you should submit your original passport. So the visa vignette will be sticked in your passport. So you should submit your original passport, and then you should submit a UK accommodation contract. And it is very important during this COVID situation. You should definitely submit your accommodation contract. If you don't have an accommodation, then you can go to booking.com. So through booking.com you can search for hotels closer to your universities, and you can actually um, let's say if your university is in Newcastle, uh, so you can just select a hotel for like 15 or 16 days, because that's very important during this COVID situation. They are asking for your accommodation details. So just go there and search for rooms which requires no prepayment and free cancellation. So you can do like a pay later scheme, sell that, and then you can search for accommodation if you're not having accommodation at the moment of your visa application. But when you go to UK, you should have an accommodation with you, because this COVID time they are asking everyone's accommodation, because you have 14 days of quarantine in UK once you reach there. It is as of now they have told that it is there for every students coming for September intake. So don't forget that. Next, the main thing is the financial documents. So the financial document should have the university fees plus the living expenses. So your university fees will be mentioned in the cash letter plus the living expenses. So the living expenses for people whose university are outside of London, it's 9,135 pounds, and those for inside London is 11,385 pounds. So you have to add this to your university fees, and that's the total amount of your financial funds. For Indian conversion, like you can do it for 98 or 100 rupees. It's always better to have a bias, because sometimes the rates may go up. Let's say today's rate is 92 and you are doing it for 92 calculation, and when your visa application is done and when you submit the documents, the rates may be around 95. So there will be a difference between the amount you showed and the amount that is required for you. So Always keep this in mind. So keep a buffer. That's very good for your visa application. And so financial documents can be shown as a bank loan approval document. If you're taking a loan, only the bank loan approval document is required. But if you're showing it like in a bank statement or using a FD document, then you should get a bank letter. So your bank letter should be something like this. So you should get it from your bank, and you should get it stamped and signed, and then you should get a consent letter from your parent. If you're using your parent's account, then you should get a consent letter from your parent. So like this, I have given all the links, all these links that I'm showing, I have given it in the below description. You can go and check that. um, and also, if you're showing it through your parents account, you should give your birth certificate. That's very important. Next is the visa fees. So totally the visa fees as of now is £348. So this you will pay only in the end. And then there is a immigration health surcharge which you have to pay when you submit the visa application. So you can just go to this link and you can calculate your uh, immigration health surcharge. So you can select which category you are going, and then you can go inside and you can say all the details, and then it will just show you the uh, total amount that you have to pay for your immigration health surcharge. So it's a PBS Tier 4 student, and visa type is, so your general student. If you're having a dependent, you should select for your dependent separately. So you should give your date of birth. We give a random one. So you let's give a random course start date and course. These course start date and course end date will be given in your CAS letter. You should enter as per that. So those who are going for internship course, your course will be more than 13 months. So you should click no here, and then you should select your university. If your university list is not here, then just select other and then calculate. So original course. Okay, so yeah. So you can see normally it's £450 for a normal tier 2 tier 4 general student visa. So if you're going for 1 year, it's only £450. If you're going for 2 years, then there will be a difference of amount in that. So you just check calculate your immigration health charge here. So after that, so these are the documents that you have to submit for your visa application, and these are the fees that you have to pay, that visa fees and the IHS fees. These are the things that you have to pay for your visa. And then you can go to this website to apply your visa. So here you can see there are different types of service. So standard service, it will take 8 weeks, uh, and it is £475, and priority service takes 5 working days and it's £975. So whichever service you want, you can select from this. But normally I do with the standard service. It takes me like 20 days or 25 days, but it's your preference. You can take any service you want. So I can click this apply button and start applying. So for tier 4 dependent people also, you can apply through this. I'll just show you the visa application. So it's an online application, but I have taken a PDF copy of that. So this is the visa application. So here you have to give let's come down. So here you have to give your name, your details, everything, your parent details, your date of birth, your place of issue of your passport. So all these are based on your passport and travel document. Uh, and then here, so in this you can see there is a date of planned arrival in the UK. So if you should mention the date on which you're planning to go, let's say you're planning to go on 26th September, then you can give the date here, so that they will give you a 1 month vignette, which is valid only for 1 month. After going to UK only, you will get your uh, resident permit, which will state your total duration in UK. Before going, you will get only a 1 month entry period visa. So don't forget to mention this date correctly. And your if you're booking a hotel, your accommodation should start from this date. So this is general address, and then yeah, your permanent resident address in India, and your other contract details, and then just your travel and criminal history. You have to give your your 10-year travel history here, like maximum of 8 or 10 entries will be there. Mm. And then your father and mother detail, their passport details, and yeah. So if you're if you're traveling with anyone, or like your children, you have to give here. And then um, this sponsor detail will be given in your CAS letter, so you can just mention that here. And these all will be given in your CAS letter. You have to mention all these things from your CAS letter. So maintenance of funds, all these will be in your CAS letter, so you have to mention all these as per your CAS letter. And then so the evidence, so you should say what evidence you're showing for your financial funds. So I showed my fixed deposit receipt from the bank. So if you're showing your savings bank or it's a bank letter, you have to mention it detailed in this section. You have to type this. So yeah, these are the things that you have to fill for your application. And even tier 4 dependents, you can give your dependent details in this application. Yeah, I can show you the section. Yeah, so you can see, are you traveling with anyone? You have to click yes, and it will ask for more details about your dependents. So this is the same application for the dependent also. So you should just add the dependent details in it. And lastly, it will ask for your BRP collection location. So this location, if let's say you are in Newcastle, if you give Newcastle, it will show the post office location there. But when you're receiving your CAS letter, there will be another letter with that for applying tier 4 visa. In that, your university will have mentioned something about BRP collection location. So if you check that, it will say what is the address of your university collection point. So it's easy for you to collect directly from the university if you give that address here. So don't forget to check that, because if you're giving post office have timings from 9 to 6. So it's better to give it your university location. So this is the visa application. So once it's filled, you can submit, and you can just go and pay these IHS fees and the visa fees, and then it will be done. So for tier 4 dependents, you have to show your marriage certificate, or any bank statements or utility bills or anything. And then children should show their birth certificate. And the fund requirement for each tier 4 dependent is 7,605 if you're living in London, If you're living outside of London, you should show 6,120 pounds for each person. So if you're having three persons as your dependent, you have to multiply this by three, and you have to show that funds. It should be in their name or in your name or your parent name or anything, but the required supporting document should be submitted. So these are the things, and some people were asking like whether we have to get police clearance certificate. It's not required. Police clearance certificate is not required, but some people will have in their when they receive their visa, it will be mentioned police verification required. So it's nothing, just it's a random check from the UK embassy. So once you reach your university, you can just inform them about this. They will guide you how to do that. So don't get panicked. It's nothing. It's just a random check. So so these are the this is the procedure to make the visa application. I hope this video was useful for you guys. So let's meet in another video. Until then, goodbye. Cheers.